Many thanks for choosing us. 13 dead, scores injured, 4 in critical condition, 384 displaced. These are the figures from Thursday's explosion at Apeatse near Bogoso in the Prestiahuni Valley municipality of the Western region. Some displaced persons narrated their harrowing experiences.
Moto across now, China. Get the man a dragon slow down the original. Sama original you see man just a carry to get them. I said, they are with you, you know, you say, yeah, well, I saw it. Yet tell you, Brown will be at it. Now, I ever do, I thought it about that. Now, we are going to see a man about it.
No, oh yeah, that Nage na hina as no count.
Number with you. Yes, we now will keep the name. Down to go by your slow for our and say, light to the grumble in the eye. The time I don't know, or Brazil, or the Mahat. This idea one, yes, I may wait.
It's one day with someone I don't know.
Yes, I don't have to get to right to get to baby or why you have too much. Now, I'm baby, I have the baby up on the never had a for party.
More is right. You pay a kind of place. Yeah, car. Yeah, we actually accident. Get them. So we do have come and do our cry. No, I said, now blast we a bank or a coffee bank meeting. Apart. You sure I don't know that the fact that I was meeting to see a change.
And as I'm up here, and then come to dance with me. Did you come and say, we want Mutiana? In a piece, station about best FM. Now, I'm on my report to say, I should be so appeared to Tiana part of play. The black was could be an off flame.
A resident of Apeatse, Amadoma, has been recounting how she lost her 21-year-old son in the explosion. According to her, the son, Justice, had gone to capture the incident on camera when he was caught up in it.
So Madonna, I'm about 21 years. What fun Justice? No, but not some money solo. Now, send me away to the young woman. The most solid and who should read the me that I had done is or basho. The mammy, I will be shed them and go so many for bush. As I'm a bun or some Virginia crown or video. It's about 21 years. What fun Justice on the way. You come up for the local school. Get a masses. One way. And then you got some missing a year, then I open it. And the baby I had cut down, so I had down for fire. There you are. Old one, you are yet in Baffle for the way. Nina sent that.
Maxwell Agbagba is on the ground for us. We can cross over to him now. Maxwell, where are the displaced being kept?
From the St. Michael's Catholic Church here in Bogoso. So this is where a lot of the people who lost their homes, this is where it's serving as a shelter for most of them. Just some minutes ago, we had a first vehicle leave this place. This is a second vehicle that is transporting the men who are also here to the Golden Hotel where they'll be spending the night. We are told that there's an arrangement to get them food. So the St. Michael's Catholic Church here at Bogos is going to serve as the home for the women and children here. And very soon we'll be taking you to the building where they will be sleeping. We've seen quite a number of relief items coming through for them, a lot of mattresses also coming through for them, a lot of food distribution also going on. But let's go inside. So this is the vehicle. Like I mentioned, the first vehicle has left. This is the second vehicle that is transporting the men who were previously here to the Golden Hotel where they'll be spending the night. We're told that they're going to be given supper before they go to bed. So these are some of the mattresses that have arrived here on the ground, and the NADMO here, the National Disaster Management Organization, is coordinating that efforts here at Bogoso. Now, earlier we had the leadership of the Church of Pentecost here come through for some of its members who are here. We saw them writing down the names. They told us that their church was affected during the explosion. So what is happening is that they're taking the names of their members who died in the process, and also taking the names of, writing down the names of their members who were affected by the explosion. Of course, some of the people here are not satisfied and okay with what is happening here. Many of them are complaining that the relief, NADMO has not started distributing the relief items when they can clearly see the relief items here. They want NADMO to expedite action with the distribution of the relief items. I have with me here the municipal NADMO director. Earlier I saw him. Earlier I saw you in there getting the mattresses ready for the women and children in there to sleep. And I've also seen that some of the men here are being transported to the Golden Hotel, where they'll be spending the night there, or they're just going to eat.
You go and spend the whole day, maybe 5 days or 4 days. Because if you mingle the women and men here, maybe it can make issues. The committee has set up down to locate the men at the Golden Hotel and the lady to sleep here.
Okay. What are the issues? Many of them are complaining that they've seen the relief items and they want you, your outfit, to expedite action with the distribution. Any reason why?
No, you can't dispute the items for them for now, because the assembly are taking care of all of them. The AEL, Goldface, Precious Money, give them some food. For now, if you give you a bed or rice, why should you cook the rice or your food? Why you locate you at your place or your room before you give you the bed and your rice and the oil on the altar? For here, if you give you anything, you can't take care. That's why.
Okay. So, do you have an idea of the number of women and children who are sleeping in this building?
Women and men has got 384, including the men and women. I have a data, but I left it in my car. But all of them are 384. Some are staying in somebody's house, and all of them. But those who are here, data I have is 384.
So a total of 384 people have been displaced, we're told.
Yes,
yeah.
But more than that. But those who are registered, 384. But day-to-day, people are coming, but I didn't take evening data. This data I'm talking about is yesterday and morning. But for now, I didn't have the data now.
A lot of people are watching, and clearly it looks like NADMO needs a lot of help, to support the people who have been affected. Many of them still very angry. What kind of support do you need at this point?
I thank Joy News, Joy TV and Joy News. We are breathing for Ghanaians that we need support from Bogoso Municipal Assembly and the Apeatse, entire Apeatse people. They want mattress, rice, oil, money, roofing sheet, and etc. Anything somebody gets, you can come and donate, because you need everything to support those who are victims and so many people.
Okay, so thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
So that's the Bogoso Municipal NADMO director speaking to us. Let's take you in there. Before I take you in there, let's speak to this woman. She's one of the people affected by the explosion that happened. In fact, she lost her daughter, 1.5-year-old Ella, in the process. Let's speak to her. Let's find out from her how she's doing now. Ella, mami, what you saying? Okay. Me know bon come first now. Okay, me senior. See, I said me see first year. Me person was some boy amani biom senior this year.
Pocho, Andra no pa ye wo fie be 11 to 12 nim. Na ye hu de car bi ba wa ba eja edi achi. Nti ba na be park wo kro ni car kwan ni finfini. Nti no otwa jani de ma o show the man na ne ties sha se o de o papa. To papa baby ayo kusu aba ndam so mo family no na no wo mention. Me tam krobo am tam kronso abo me ha na me ya da sa de yan so yan try na yan escape. By the time you two ya na mo be kakra wa na meti de baby agibum wa na mo family no nyina efri mensa nso me kwato baby ti me sare ya many ba mo so meti mo family na say edan ya adwira gu won so
nti edan na dwigo wo no so nti Ella no edan na dwigo no so eno wu ya mpofim ho Ella me no bon come first no wo ka chere me say your videos be na man for 9 achicha near there sorry sir me remind you very sorry so me remind you of this but obet me aka chere your won so won you sorry you adia won
me sorry na like in wusie ni mfutro ni na akọ fa won there timu do bi nai edda ho no ba won hu ni mpa ni mu ebi so wo ho ma etire ni ho enso body ne yede edda ho ntema mi bo hu kakra ma mi bo hu
Ella no o akola ben so
Ella ya afra bi a ne hojo osama ya wo fie ho nyina ya neje ya afra bi a se mpo so owura ho mpo a mo ba ya no wala mpo awre ho na mpo hu baby obafa no ada wa akọ
This is more than sa na open. See more than sa portion na open. So mo bo ay bit media bo more than sa na open. Oh shit.
See am kan se me hia mo bia pa dia. See me treatment na me see on here.
Treatment. Na na say dem. Mo ya o ya. One call hospital.
Ya ko e ba umma still a miti pensi say.
Mo ma we dro keke. E no mo ja mo.
Ombo me panie. But still I met today pensi near there. Yeah. Ewo. Na everyone so no. This your baby I be dampo no. I dey my. Tadi I be shokra I dey.
But Mr. Pastor will go back to the hospital no why? Me need not more. I'm paying for the Kasana which ma go back to the hospital why?
Okay.
So then so why? Oh. So that's a mother of 1.5-year-old Ella. She's been narrating to me the circumstances leading to the explosion. I'll be explaining what she told me earlier. But here's another man who also suffered serious injuries as a result of the explosion. Daddy, Pacho, you're frozen.
Robert Ehru.
Robert Ehru. I don't know. She said, I want to answer them. I don't know.
I want to Mokra, Menai, Femana Hunaye, Mehunto Mokra.
I didn't know more job.
And the permanent pain, never did she never have call, you know, I feel a car number. Me call Honsa, I must say, you do not have Madame and Menuma one Ebeco.
Okay. Well, he's been discharged from the hospital, and I'm asking him why he's been discharged. He says he was given some medication, and he was asked to take the medication, and that he should be fine. But one can shout.
That is Maxwell Agbagba pitching camp at where these victims are being housed tonight. And he's been telling us the ordeal of some of the people involved in this and who have lost their loved ones. We'll still get more for you in the course of this bulletin. The administrator of the Taka Municipal Hospital, however, has revealed that one person on admission has died at dawn. He adds that the hospital is preparing to airlift an 11-year-old boy who is in critical condition to Accra. Let's speak to the Western Regional correspondent, Inathalia Kwanzaa, for more on this one. Inathalia, you've been visiting the hospital. What did you observe?
Well, Aisha, some of them are still in critical condition and the doctors are looking after them. Some of them are in the Takwa Government Hospital, some of them at Bogoso and other nearby facilities. 2 are the Fiang Panther Regional Hospital, and as we understand, 3 were sent to the Konfuanoche Teaching Hospital. And so they are receiving treatment, hoping that everything will be okay. But just like the Takwa administrator said, one boy, 11 years, is in a critical condition and he needs to be airlifted. I'm sure that as at this time we are talking, but I spoke to him around 4 p.m. today. I'm sure by now he has been airlifted to Accra. But we can hear the administrator giving details to the number of people who were sent to the Takwa Government Hospital.
Actually, summarize everything, make it short and snappy. We have 14 of those victims on admission currently at the various wards. We have those who are admitted at the male surgical, female surgical, ONG, and that. So we have those breakdowns. But in all, we have 14 of them on admission. And as we speak now, we have 11 of them detained at the accident and emergency units. So, and like I said earlier, in our earlier interview, the 11 at the A&E unit could be transferred to the ward depending on the condition of the individual, or discharged if the person, becomes more stable. So that is the current situation. So 11 at the A&E, 14 admitted on the wards. So when we put 11 and 14 together, you get 25. So this is now custody in the hospital. Yes.
Well, are there any people who have been discharged, deaths, referrals?
Yes, we have some discharges, and the discharges so far were 3, and then the death recorded was 1, and then the referrals 2. And out of the referrals, we have one of them to be airlifted soon to 37 Military Hospital by the military aircraft. So we're told by our Regional Director of Health Service, Dr. Furiyebu, that I think the Minister and then the Regional Caucus have made the efforts, have put in mechanism to get the airplane to come down to airlift the young man, the young boy, the juvenile, to 37 Military Hospital. That boy is fairly 11 years of age.
Earlier, we heard that you were in dire need of blood. Do you still need blood, or you are okay?
Well, currently the situation has come to normal, and so we don't necessarily need blood as we were in dire need yesterday. But if anybody wants to, donate, it's welcome, because as a hospital, we always need blood. Yes, but not as we were in dire need of yesterday. Yes, so the situation has become normal. So we have some in our blood bank as we speak.
Inathalia, does it look like the hospital has the capacity to deal with the numbers that are coming in?
Yes, Aisha, for now, the numbers they have from the administrator, they have the capacity to handle any case. And if there's a case where they have to be referred, just like Maxwell and myself have shown in the afternoon, there are emergency services available, and there is ambulance, especially at where the those displaced are being kept, so that whenever they feel there is a need for someone who needs an urgent medication, that person is being transported to a nearby hospital. So for now, we can say that they have the capacity.
Inathalia Kwanzaa is a woman in the Western region bringing us updates from the hospitals. We can now speak with Dr. Solomon Owusu, who is a mining consultant in the U.S. with over 17 years experience. Doc, I'm grateful for your time this evening. First, as a mining expert, what exactly has been your reading of what has happened in Bogoso? All right, so we've lost Dr. Wusu briefly. We'll try and get him back on to speak to us. He's a mining expert. He'll be telling us what the laws say or what are the processes in carrying such explosives to mining sites. And remember, government is launching an investigation into this and says it will punish whoever is found culpable in this one. So we'll be trying to get Dr. Wusu back to do this for us. The Bogoso District Manager of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Ebosego, says his outfit is working assiduously to restore power to areas that suffered a cut in power supply due to the explosion at Apeatse. Over 30,000 residents in close to 3 operational districts of the ECJ that rely on power from the bulk supply point at Bogoso is currently without electricity due to Thursday's explosion. Bogoso District Manager Ebosego says his men are currently at Apeatse reinstating electric poles affected by the explosion. He assured that power will be restored within the next 24 hours.
Today, when the incident happened, we supply power to 2 or maybe 4 major political districts. That is the Amenfi East, Amenfi Central, and then Enchi areas. The power supply to those areas emanates from here. So with this incident, which affected the lines, it affected these areas.
All the 4 districts?
Oh yes, it could even be more. But fortunately for those in the Asankragua and areas, we have an alternative source where they were able to feed from. Unfortunately for Wase Kropondas and Menfi East, we could not supply them. So that is the extent of how the incident affected our power supply delivery.
So currently, what is being done to restore power?
Yes, our managing director, Mr. Kwame Ajibambudu, has directed that we reinstate the network as it was before the incident yesterday. So that is what the challenge he has given us, and we are on getting it done. As you can see, my men have been on the field since yesterday. When the incident happened, we quickly rushed in to save the situation so that there wouldn't be additional electrical accidents. So we came to save the situation, and we were here till the late in the evening. When this morning, early morning, we came to prepare the place for the briefing on the incident, where we also briefed on the fact that we are confident that we'll be able to restore supply to affected customers by close of the day. And
all 4 districts?
Yes. That will be close of the day. In the next, as you can see, my men, in the next maybe 2 or 3 hours, we would restore supply to everybody here. Yeah. It's unfortunate that the community.
We can go back to Dr. Solomon Owusu, who has now joined via Zoom. First, as a mining expert, what exactly has been your reading and what has happened in Bogoso?
Yeah, Aisha, I can't see you, unfortunately. I'm still trying to connect it. But do you see me anyway?
Yes, we can see you. You can go ahead.
Okay, then. Okay, all right. It's very sad. It's a sad situation that we have such a national disaster around that place, that there are a lot of mining people who know better. At least we can recall that Mr. Ambrose Derry on October 16, 2017, traveled to Takwa to caution these Muslim people that they should up their game and make sure they operate within the standard operating procedures. He cautioned them and warned them to do everything within 6 weeks. Unfortunately, after that, nobody heard about him again. I don't know whether they were monitoring the activities or not. I can't tell. So it's a very sad situation that we all need to pray for the people, especially those who have lost their loved ones and those who are in jail at the hospital and all that.
I know there are rules that govern the transportation of such explosives. What does the law say in this regard?
Yeah, thank you so much. We have legislative instrument, that's LI 2177, and it states that the Interior Minister, that is Mr. Ambrosderi, is responsible for the issuance and revocation of explosives in the country, especially importation and exportation. And we have the Minerals Commission under the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources that also give permit to the explosive companies to sell their explosives to the mines. The Chief Inspector of Mines at the Inspectorate Division of the Minerals Commission is responsible for the day-to-day activities of these explosives companies to ensure that they operate in environmentally friendly and in safe manner. Now, we have three things here. One, transporting the explosives to the mining area, that is from Tapwa, which is the place where they have the plant, to Chirano, which is the place that the mine was supposed to receive it. There should have been some safety procedures that the company should have followed. I don't know, but from the police interview that I just saw about 10 minutes ago, somebody sent to me, the police was saying that they followed the procedures. Now, I'm coming to give you the procedures. After that, everybody will know whether they followed it or not. My sister, before you move the truck, there should be an escort vehicle, light vehicle as an escort in front of the truck that contains the explosives. And that light vehicle should have the hazard light on, should have the beacon light. The beacon light is the flashlight on top of the vehicle. That should also be on. There should be a flag, a red flag with a big E symbol. The E is explosives. So anybody who sees that red flag with E should know that explosive is coming, danger is coming. So you need to slow down, whether you want to overtake or I don't know what you want to do. You have to slow down and make sure the explosive vehicle has the right of way. Now, apart from that, the light vehicle should be driven by a trained personnel, and the truck should also be driven by a trained personnel. Somebody who has gone through training, somebody who is certified to drive such a truck. Let's find out whether they have, the requisite permits to drive the vehicle. We can check after, the dust is settled. Now, apart from the light vehicle in front, the truck should be about 50 meters to the light vehicle. And the truck or the entourage should move not more than 60 kilometers per hour. So it should be a slow movement. Now, 50 meters in front, and in most cases, there should be another van behind the truck. That's also 50 meters. So that any object or any vehicle before the truck or after the truck, any collision that comes, it will hit those two vehicles, and then the truck that contains the explosives should be safe. Because any little impact will spark. And that is a blast, not just explosion, blast, a big blast like it happened. It's like somebody throwing a bomb at Afghanistan or any other place.
Dr. Owusu, from what you know and from where you sit, could it have been, or what could have accounted for this this explosion?
One, in my view, they didn't put the requisite safety measures in place. There wasn't monitoring, and there was also supervision, poor supervision, in my view. And I can explain. Because if you follow the procedures, how could a motorbike have a head-on collision with the truck that contained the explosives? And they put all these safety measures in place to avoid such accidents. That incident that happened, imagine if there was an escort in front, just 50 meters, and then paving the way clearing the road, warning people that danger is coming. Do you think the motor rider will just drive into it to cause that disaster? No way. I think there are more questions to be answered, but I think it's in the preliminary stage. So let's all wait. By Monday, Tuesday, we get all the facts, and maybe we can come again.
I'm grateful for your time. Dr. Solomon Owusu is a mining consultant joining us all the way from the U.S. Now, the Ghana Police Service says its preliminary briefing on the activities leading up to the explosion that has led to the death of more than a dozen persons in Apeatse in the Western region shows that the transportation of the explosives were properly done. The police have also been explaining the exact details of the casualties. There were earlier reports that 17 persons had died, but ACP Kwesi Fori explained there were 4 persons who were taken for death, but who had actually not died.
Officially, the ambulance service and allied agencies recorded 190 casualties. Out of that, 13 are certified to be dead. It is not 17. Rather, 4 of the injured were seriously wounded, and they were taken to a Okomfanochi government hospital. Initially, due to their condition, it was misreported that they were dead. But when they were taken to the hospital, the medical officers certified that they were not clinically dead, and as such they were admitted, and treatment is ongoing. So it is 13, and we should take note of that. Again, as you can see, the security officers continue to work here. That is a joint exercise among all the security services and partners. 36 are on admission at the moment, and 96 have been discharged, and they will be reporting to the medical authorities as and when necessary. Displaced persons are about 384 sources from NADMO and allied agencies. And the displaced persons are presently housed at St. Michael Parish at Bogoso.
Goldfields has been sympathizing with the victims of the explosion, and in the last few hours it has released a statement, excerpts of which I will share with you. Goldfields Limited expresses its heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims of the explosion at Apeatse near Bogoso in the Western region. We are saddened by the disaster at Apeatse and have noted devastating effects the explosion has had in the community. We offer our support to authorities and the people of the community. We are ready to assist in any way we can. And Goldfields Ghana has mobilized a number of resources, including tents, food and equipment to support the relief activities on the ground. Our medical team have also offered to assist. Goldfields would also work with its peers in the Ghana Chamber of Mines to provide collective support to the community of Apeatse. Initial media reports suggested the truck carrying explosives has started its journey at Takwa mine. This is incorrect. The van was from an explosives depot at Takwa. The news agency has subsequently corrected the original story. And this is coming from the Goldfields.